Alright, let's take a look at what curl can do for you. Basically, curl lets you call a PHP file from somewhere else on the internet and interact with it. Okay, so it's pretty powerful. So normally, if you're working with PHP, you would, if you have a file here, you would usually do require once and that file. But that file has to be on the same server. It has to be. You have to be able to get to it relatively from here. Okay, but what if that PHP file happens to be, say, on an FTP server on, say, 410online.com, and it's called callme.php, which I have loaded up here. You can see it up here, just so you know I'm not lying. It's saved to a temp directory, because when I save this file, it uploads it to the FTP. Okay, so this is a file on 410online.com, and this is a file on my local host. Okay, see, local host. So let's create a PHP file here that we're going to want to do. So this is on 410online.com. We're going to create a PHP, right? And we're going to store a variable equals, and this is going to end up being post variables because it's secure. Post message. We're going to send it post message, and then we're just going to echo out, echo you passed me, and then we're going to say you passed me this variable, right? And then we're going to also echo out a line break. And then just because we want to prove that we're doing something with PHP here, let's say here is a random number, and that'll be dot rand from minimum 0 to maximum big number. Okay, so that's our PHP file. If we load up, you saw that FTP went. If we load up this file on 410 Online, it just says you passed me, and here's a random number. So right now, this is a PHP file. It's proving, and there's no variable passing because I didn't pass in any post. Okay, so now let's make our local host file, and again, proving you, it's right here on my local host. Okay, let's make this file send that file data. First thing you have to do, you have to check that curl is installed. So we're going to we're going to say echo php info parentheses save, and we're going to refresh our file, and I need to spell echo correctly. There you go. Now on here, just search for curl, and search, it is there, but search for it down here where we're looking for it, right here. You're looking for this, and you're looking for curl support enabled. If it's not, you're out of luck for this tutorial. I'll have to show you later how to install it. But a lot of standard installations, not all of them, come with curl. Okay? So if you pass this test, first thing we need to do is set up our curl handler. Okay? So that's going to be, we're just going to make a variable ch, right here, ch, and now we have to initialize curl. So we're going to call curl init. Now in this function, we have to pass it the URL that we're trying to get, the remote PHP file, which is http://www.410online.com/callme.php. Okay. Next thing we need is a name value pair string. A name value pair string is a string that is like and var equals value, and var equals value, and var. You get the idea. You'll see this in URLs a lot, that it'll say and var equals value, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. Well, we're going to use that same token here for this. So I'm going to call my variable nvp for name value pair, right? So nvp. Now that's going to be equal to, now I'm going to call it message, right? Starts with and message equals. Now the reason it's called message is because we named our post message right here. So, and message equals, and let's just say you passed me, right? Blah, blah, blah. Okay? Next thing we need to set an option. We need to set those post fields, okay? So we're going to do curl set opt, is how you set an option for curl. We're going to pass it the handler. And now we have to set a constant. There's tons of constants in curl, but the one we're going to use is curl opt underscore post fields, and the post fields are the NVP string, NVP. Okay. The next option we need is a return transfer, which kind of ensures that we're going to get correct information. So curl set opt ch, and then curl opt return transfer, and we're going to pass that one. You can look that up if you want to really know what it is. I just know that I need it for it to work, and that's all you should care about as well. Okay, next thing is we need to execute curl. So curl exec curl exec ch, and that will do the job. Now we need to echo curl exec returns whatever the PHP file returns, whatever's echoed over there. So let's echo this out. With all due luck, this will call this PHP file and give it this message. So let's take a look. And there we go. So this is a message that we passed from my local host to this remote PHP file, and it worked. So now let's do something a little more impressive, although still not very much. We'll keep the message. We'll add to the MVP string MVP dot equals now because we're adding to it, and let's say n1 equals n1 equals 5, right? And then we'll say MVP dot equals, and we'll say and n2 equals 10. And I'm going to have PHP multiply the numbers. And let's change the message to hello Talia, and then we will save that and have call me, you pass me the variable, and then here is, so then we'll multiply the numbers right here, and we need to pass them in, so we'll change that to say n1, n2, and then n1, and then n2 right there. And then we're going to say echo n1 times n2. So again, it's not that impressive. So let's refresh, and there we go. Hello Talia, and 50. So 50, of course, is 5 times 10. So again, not very impressive, but you can see what you'll be able to do with this. You can have database information on this file. Say you want to give your friend a PHP file. Well, you want to give him database access, but you don't want him to see your information. Well, he could use curl to connect with your database, send him, he would send in what tables and fields he wants, and he could be able to get data back. And he would never see your file. So that's one method. And even more better than that, PayPal actually uses curl to send your financial data behind the scenes to their servers. So when you develop for PayPal, you use curl, send your data to PayPal. So we know it's secure because PayPal uses it, and they're huge right now. So you can see all the different possibilities of using this, and there's so much more. PayPal probably uses, I know they do, some more secure techniques with curl. And if you want to find out about all those, just Google PHP curl, and you'll pull up the website. And there's tons of information here if you want to learn more. But for what we're trying to do, calling a remote PHP file, having it process data all in the same file, here you go.